Sorry about that, guys. We had some technical difficulties, and we're back. So, took a week off, have a little bit of hiccups, but we've got a lot to talk about tonight on Embers of Liberty. She's right, has no sound. Unmute down there, Cody. She's right, has no sound.
Hey, you can hear us though.
Yeah, you can hear us, but that's not the point.
Welcome back to Embers of Liberty.
Yeah, welcome back to Embers of Liberty.
Are still experiencing technical difficulties.
I don't know what's happening right now. Cody, just click on the intro down there. We're just gonna troubleshoot live. No. On the computer on OBS. Just yeah. I don't know.
That's weird. Because we can hear it.
Yep. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's in voice meter. I bet it is.
Aliens.
Cody, pull up voice meter. We apologize. We're troubleshooting. On the... Huh.
No,
Super weird.
it's there.
I don't know,
It's like it's supposed to be.
I don't know what's happening. But... everything else is working, right?
He said my mic is muted.
No, your mic's not muted.
Can you hear me now, Mr. Kreese?
What in the hell?
This dang made in China junk that we got in here.
No, that's not the issue.
They're trying to suffocate.
You're showing.
Yeah.
I said I can't hear you still.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's weird.
Oh,
We can hear it.
yep. Hey,
What's happening?
I
Maybe
bet
it's in voice meter.
it's...
I bet it is.
Aliens.
Put us on the background
Cody,
for a
pull up
second.
voice meter.
Full screen.
Mute that. Yep.
I bet. Voice meter.
You're going to confuse people.
Can you hear Joe now?
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Holy crap. Yeah, it definitely
Wow.
fixed it.
Whoa. Yeah.
It's definitely fixed it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go. There we go.
Oh, shit. Hey, drag his slider down just a smidge.
There we go.
Right here.
Yep. Hey, drag his slider down just
Test,
a
test,
smidge.
test. Oh, there you go. Yeah, right under the red. That's where you want it.
Yep. Perfect.
Sweet.
Okay, so we're back again.
Welcome back to Embers of Liberty, where the price of gas is too dang high and it won't quit freaking raining.
No. No. Welcome back to Embers of Liberty, where you better hide your grandma because gun violence is an epidemic.
Oh, snap.
Anyway,
I got nothing.
well, you normally don't have anything.
Welcome back to
Cody.
Embers of Liberty, where technical problems are our problems.
So,
Huh?
if you see here, we have an amazing fan,
Yes.
Chris,
Look at this. Chris,
made
you are the man.
the three of us true Freedom Cups.
Freedom!
And I'm super excited about it. This will be my beverage vessel from henceforth.
Yeah, like.
Beverage vessel.
I'm
I
gonna-
like
I'm
that.
gonna do-
I'm
do
gonna
a little
use
spin.
that.
Do a little spin. You know how they like the ladies do? A little spin.
Yes, Joe. Very ladylike of you. Regardless, it's a very dope cup. We really appreciate it, Chris. Tally ho.
Oh yeah, Chris, you the man. You know, we should get this put on like our little store thing that we're going to get going, and we can give Chris like the commission off of it.
I mean, we could do that. So,
Recap. 2
Matt
weeks.
Skilly's wondering if they're for sale. That's what we were just. Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe at some point they could be. We'd have to get with Chris on that because he's the one that kind of made them.
yep.
So we definitely would want to work out like a little commission-based thing with him.
Yep, it's pretty awesome. Like I said, we really appreciate it, Chris. It was a complete surprise to me. I didn't know anything about it. I got here and Beth showed it to me. I was like,
Chris, when you're married,
Oh,
it's the
yes.
same thing. It's the same thing, Chris. When you're married, I mean, your money's her money's your money. You know, AKA her money's her money. Your money is her money.
So, yeah.
yeah, but that's his ex-wife. Not the same.
I
thing.
mean,
Oh well, we don't get into personal stuff.
never
here.
mind,
Well, I mean,
Chris.
he
I won't
literally
put
said,
that out there.
My ex-old lady.
Oh, ex old lady. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, no, divorced.
Well, dang.
Any of you guys that are on the Discord, feel free to utilize the live chat there as well. You don't have to, but you can if you want to. So, anyway, Joe, how was the week?
Oh, man.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it was really 2
2
weeks.
weeks.
Well, we'll just cover 1 week.
Well, first of all, let's talk about what we did for the 4th. We got to talk about what we did for Freedom Day.
Well, yeah, Freedom
We'll
Day
talk.
is...
Okay, so this last Friday night, right?
And by the way, it's not Freedom Day, it's Treason Day.
Right, there you go.
Same thing.
American Day, Treason Day, Freedom Day.
Treason Day,
Are
you
all-
ungrateful colonial.
They're all intermingling.
Regardless, it was a great
So,
day to celebrate our nation's
It was
independence.
probably one of the best 4th of July weekends I've ever had. So Friday night, I get home from working, and I bought a brisket, like a full.
I saw that.
Sucker. It was.
Yeah.
It was good. I couldn't get my smoker up to temperature because it's smoker's got some issues. I'm gonna have to like tweak it a little bit. It's an old thing. It's made by
Yep.
hand, welded, and all that. It's good. It's durable. You could throw this sucker off the side of the cliff and it'd probably survive.
Sweet.
And so I got home, smoked that thing I smoked it on a very low temperature for a few hours, up until about 3:30 in the morning, sitting outside chilling. And then popped it in the oven Saturday morning, fell asleep. You know, the whole idea was smoke it at night so that way I could go to church Saturday morning. Yeah, what ended up happening is I fell asleep on the couch, and by the time I woke up, I was like, nope, I feel like crap. I'm probably not going to church today, so I didn't.
You'll have that on them big jobs.
I mean, hey, that's poor on me, but hey, the brisket turned out. I think it turned out good. Everybody was bragging on it and stuff, but it didn't turn out quite the way I wanted it to. I didn't get to let it sit in the smoke as long as I wanted it to.
Right.
And then, Saturday evening, man, we shot a bunch of fireworks, and then we did that again Sunday.
Trying to figure out how I want all this set up. I'm going to end up having to move this again.
But
Sorry.
and then during the week, man, shoot, it was just a busy week. Like mowing and mowing and mowing and mowing, and then it rained. And then you mow, and then it rained, and then it mowed,
Then it mow, and then it rain, and then it mow.
Doing a lot of still catching up, man. After my guy quit on me.
Yeah. I
So-
mean,
and then-
you've
and
got
then-
to.
He quit on me, and then I didn't have to play too much catch up at first, and then I was like, well, then the rain hit, and then I had to put my truck in the shop because I thought it was going to rain, and then it ended up not raining. Then it started raining when I finally got the truck out of the shop, and it's just been a constant game of catch up for like the past 3 weeks. It's been ridiculous, but other than that, it's been a pretty good week. What about you, Justin?
I had my child all week,
Yeah.
so that was fun.
Good.
I got her Friday of last week, and she was here until this morning. So I took her back to her mom this morning.
Were you off all week?
No, I had to work on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh, so Joyce got to play with the
Yeah, she had her.
youngin.
So, but
Dang.
we played disc golf together,
Nice.
so that was fun.
Nice.
She's getting to where she can throw them pretty good. But other than that, we really didn't do anything except for hang out because she lives so far away. It's
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that we want to do, but at the end of the day, I'd rather just chill and spend time with her.
Right.
So, took her home today, and as far as like our 4th of July stuff goes, my mom's birthday is the day before the 4th.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
We went over there and ate pizza, which is super weird. But mom didn't want to go out to eat for her birthday, so we just ordered pizza and shot some fireworks. And then Sunday we went and watched the fireworks at Lake Gunnersville. So, and then this week we just hung out, or I was at work. So, but all in all, I had a good visit. She was here, and we enjoyed our time.
Good.
So, Cody,
Ooh, yeah.
Shoulder feeling better?
No, my shoulder's still extremely
nah, I
painful.
don't care. I'm just kidding.
Nobody
Cody.
does. It's fine. I'm used to it. It's normal.
Not from what we've been talking about. Apparently, not even the doctor.
No.
Doctor don't even care.
Doctors are terrible people and amazing people all at the same time.
Horrible humans. I tell you, horrible.
It's yeah, one of those. But no, 4th of July was pretty banging. Went up the mountains and actually got on this like big overview mountain that looks over the entire city of Maryville, Tennessee. And I watched everybody's individual fireworks show as my own massive fireworks show. So it was pretty nice. It was a great view. I got a picture I'll have to show y'all later. I don't think it'll work right if I try to sit it up there for everybody, but I can share it to Discord. People who's watching can see it.
Yep.
Other than that, it was just a pretty plain Jane couple 2 week things. I mean, Dad had that little spell of whatever that was
Yeah.
early last week.
Yeah. I saw him Wednesday though. He seemed to be doing better.
Yeah, he's doing a lot better. On the up and ups. Other than that, it was just kind of work, sleep, work. I did get my car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's at the house. Got my motor to the house, thanks to Chris on both accounts.
Yeah,
Can't
because
feel
I
on that.
bailed. I bailed because I was like, man, I just don't think I'm gonna make it.
Yeah. Got to hang out with Chris and a couple other guys. But it was a good time. Yeah,
Good.
all in all.
Sweet. All right. Well, weeks are covered.
So Chris said he did an anvil shoot where he launched a 100-pound brass cylinder about 150 feet in the air. That's America stuff
I
right
got
there.
I got to watch that actually. I've got that on video.
Mark,
I wasn't there, but I
Hey.
saw the video.
hey,
That's cool.
you have the Stream Deck.
Hey,
I'm going to need you to step it up, or I'm going to reclaim it. What are you doing?
Anvil deck. That works for that. America's
I
not on there, bro.
What? Yes, it is. It's the flag.
Ah,
Hit the button.
that's just doing things, man. Like it's now they say they're both playing.
What in the hell? Why is nothing working today?
Like
I didn't hear that. Yeah, didn't.
Could somebody please explain what in
So-
the
so match both those
hell
again.
is going on?
To stop them.
yeah, stop.
I told you we needed to test the sound, man.
Yeah, well, you know what? Normally we don't have this issue.
Well, you're gonna have to go without buttons today, because if we can't restart everything now.
Well, you can restart the Stream Deck software, Cody. Let's see if
Oh
that
man,
works.
hold on. Where do I?
Yeah, just X out of it.
All right.
But then you have to go down to the toolbar down in the bottom right. You know where the USB stuff is?
What?
Yeah, because it stays open. It actually stays open. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't know that.
What you said? Go down here.
No.
In the toolbar.
Yeah,
Toolbar.
down there,
Yep,
that
no,
little
I
arrow
got you.
right there. Yeah, and then right click on it and exit. See if it stays open. It stays open in the background. I don't know if you knew that.
In the hell.
Now go down in here.
Yeah,
You
reopen
got
it.
it.
Yeah, now you just got to reopen it.
Yeah, go to there.
Oh.
Wow, this is a disaster today.
Such is life. I feel.
Yeah, you may have to reconnect to it.
Yeah, that's what I was
as
thinking.
well.
I mean, it didn't say that it didn't. All right, yeah, you take over. It's fine. That thing's dead. What?
Here, bring it here.
Did it connect or did it don't? I'm sorry, guys. They put me in control of some stuff and it ain't working. Yes, Matt. Very professional. Extremely.
You don't like my gym shorts?
I think he's talking about the lack of everything working properly.
Oh, well.
What in the...
Chris, that's probably the only time you've ever been told that.
No, Matt. I don't understand what is happening right now.
You're not drinking. You're not drinking.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. You're gonna have to reconnect that. It's ridiculous. We apologize, guys. This is not how we normally would like to do things. But anywho,
Answer questions, Joe.
I don't.
There's no
For
questions.
one, there's no questions. For another, Matt, we do what we do because race car.
All right, Cody.
Because race car.
Go to
That one.
no. Where's that Samsung? Click on that. Add mobile device.
This is ridiculous.
Oh gosh. What's happening? I think you can pull that off. I don't think it's charging anymore. I think that thing's did.
At this point, did that not work? Did it not pull up?
Is it
Okay.
doing things?
Now let's see. Yep.
No.
No, we're not. We don't have anything.
Wait, why? Hold on. There's no desktop audio source. in
Whose
OBS.
fault is that?
I didn't do anything to those.
How do you add them?
Just the plus button, the add source.
Yes.
Right here.
Yep. Audio source.
Audio.
Input capture.
Audio input capture.
Yeah.
Desktop.
This is so ridiculous. Take a week off and everything just goes to shit.
I don't even know what I don't know.
Hit a button. This is so stupid.
Probably have to default. Just go to default. Maybe it's default. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably default. Hit a button.
No, it's not default.
Well, I guess we're going without buttons today. Because we got stuff to do.
Yep.
Just go back to your chair. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine, Joe.
Hold on.
Dadgummit, Joe.
What are you doing?
He's breaking it.
I'm not breaking it.
Yeah, that's
No.
a good idea. It's gonna be, hey,
What?
the strips. It's gonna be whatever the desktop audio one is. It'll be VAIO 3 or whatever.
Oh, Jesus.
Should say virtual input
Out in the output.
or whatever. It should be the second one.
Hold on.
The first one is Discord.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
You think?
You're gonna have to hit OK
No.
on it before it
No,
takes.
it's still. We're gonna have to. We're just have to go without buttons because it's. Not,
Well, I literally said that like 5 minutes ago.
Okay. Yeah. We're just gonna have to do that.
Just mute whatever desktop is.
Yeah.
All right. If I click them here, do they do things?
No,
No. All right. Well, that's worth a
not
shot.
do anything.
Shot. One of those words.
So that's going to be problematic though, because if it's not recording the audio for any videos, it's an even bigger problem.
What? You just we're gonna have to we'll have to capture it off YouTube for now.
Hold
right
on. No, if it's not playing the audio into OBS, they can't hear it. They can't hear it. The viewers,
now. Right.
which is a problem.
You talking about us or the sound?
Both.
Well, they can hear us obviously because they're talking to us.
I know they can. They can hear us. They can't hear any of the clips that I've got pulled up in Discord or anything.
Yeah, I mean that's
That's
going
going to be a problem.
Well, you can play it over the
You
mic.
know what? We got time. Okay, just chill out with us, guys. We got time. Let me work my magics, and by magics I mean I'm probably not going to fix it, but I'm going to try. Yep, please.
Cody, come.
Talk to the people.
Let's say, come sit with me and talk with people.
Cody, sit. Assume my chair. No. You get to sit in my chair and talk to me.
So,
freedom cup. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's really comfortable. It's a lot more comfortable of a chair. Now I know why you do that. All right. Chair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
you know what we can talk about while we're waiting on him, Cody?
Talk about whatever you want, man. Actually, I'm about to.
You mean the big CIA? That's kind of the same thing. CIA, NSA, aliens. They're all the same thing.
Okay, so they've actually released. Yeah, so we talked about it. What, 2 weeks ago? They released the thing,
Was it
the report.
3 weeks ago?
It was
Something
2
like
weeks
that.
ago, and they said no aliens, but government transparency and desire for better data might bring science to the UFO world. Wait, what? We
For one, your default speakers are set to the wrong thing.
no, it's always voice meter.
No, it's not. It's speakers G432 headset.
Oh, right now it's set on the headset.
That's because of video
I che-
games.
Well, no, I checked it before we started, and it was set to. It was
Well,
not.
guess
set to-
what? Now the virtual.
Hey, that works now.
Again, let me work my magics.
But seriously though, for real though, I did check it earlier. I don't know how I bet. I know what happened when I plugged it in. It switched automatically. That's what happened.
Yeah, probably.
That's what it was. Yeah, because when I switched it over,
It probably did.
yep. So it wasn't anything that we did wrong, but it also wasn't anything we did right.
Correct.
That is the most factual statement I've ever heard today.
Okay, so, Joe, this has been.
Hey, I think we all kind of failed today. There's really no certain blame on anybody today. We all kind of failed today.
I didn't say you're disgraceful.
Oh no, I know this. You said this. That's what I'm saying. This.
I said this whole thing has
Yeah.
been disgraceful.
Yep. Cody, it was nice to have you at the table.
No, it wasn't.
I liked it.
Yeah, they definitely couldn't see that. You didn't get your hand in front of the camera. Okie dokie. Hey. We're not worried about stuff in our faces right now.
We're always worried about stuff in our faces.
See, he can mute himself.
So what are we talking about here with the aliens?
Okay, so yeah,
Mr.
we're basically
Roberts.
like reframing what we talked about 2 weeks ago, where they came out and said that we don't know if it's aliens, but we don't know it's not aliens, and they
Yeah.
said basically, right here it says no aliens, but government transparency, desire for better data might bring science to the UFO world. Like, so now the wokeism is getting into the UFO world. Like, guys, it is
So
not
I don't-
UFOs.
I don't think this
It is-
matters,
it
and
is
I'm
science.
taking it off because
Okay,
it's
that's
really
fine.
getting on my nerves.
They're like, oh, it's science. Kind of like, the whole thing with Cuomo with like, we need to approach the gun problem with science.
It's not how that works. It's not how any of this works.
Yeah, that's not how any of this works.
Like, it's funny because they're like all the time they're like, we'll just cure it with science. It's okay, it's just science.
It's funny because he fat.
But I mean, when are we going to use science to cure cancer?
Oh, the guy that cured cancer's dead.
He's probably
They killed
dead.
him because it wouldn't make the pharmaceutical companies any money.
Like that guy from Shooter says, he's still got the shovel.
Hey, Cody, in the Discord, if you'll go to that, I've got some stuff set up in the link repository. So, I really want to cover the fact that
Say the
international
link suppository.
repository.
I was like, what?
Repository, not suppository. This is not going in your bum, Joe. I know that you would
For a
enjoy
minute,
that, but
I'm not gonna lie. I seriously thought you said the clip suppository.
link repository. So Cody, that first one, if you want to open that link up at the top, there's a link.
There you go.
Well, just mute that before it starts. So I was actually looking for some stuff to put on the show this week, and happened across this Sky News Australia, just mainstream media in Australia,
But,
and
but Sky, I like Sky News.
you need to put it on the screen share, Cody. And so basically, they know that Biden is
Illegitimate.
like
Or not
on the
illegitimate,
on
but-
the decline.
Yeah.
So Cody,
Sky
if you'll
News, I like Sky News, man.
let it go, that'd be great.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Shit, Jesus. That is.
Oh,
Hey, you're muted.
That is extremely accurate. Good call on the mute. Good.
oh man, that's hilarious right there. That is funny.
Oh,
Bravo, Australia.
And it's not done.
Even though y'all got rid of guns, I'm sure most of y'all actually don't like that, but
Well,
and go.
what? 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 Huh? What? Yeah.
Steve says there's no sound.
Hey, pause that. There's no sound
So
because the desktop audio is not on there.
hold on, take it down.
You got to have an audio source for the desktop audio. Hold on.
Capture.
Go
Hold, please.
works your magics again.
I will go work my tech magics. You know, this is just
Disgraceful.
disgraceful. This whole thing.
Well, we haven't even touched anything. That's what I don't understand.
You need to sit down and lick that.
So.
This is weird to us because like we haven't even I don't even know. We haven't messed with anything.
Can you hear that, Joe?
I can hear that.
I can hear it.
Okay, so. Yeah. Let's go here. Properties. Default. Do we have audio now? Is the question.
Y'all just sound off whenever y'all start hearing it.
Because now we got to go through the whole thing again.
Yeah, well, that's fine. It was
So
fun to
they
take
can hear.
anyway.
Because,
I'll laugh at it again.
you know.
You got the sound on there now?
Hold on. You know what? I can, I'll be able to tell you. Nope.
Y'all just sound off whenever y'all start hearing it.
Still not working.
Sorry guys, like we honestly don't even know. We don't even know how this got this way. Like literally every week after we get done, we unplug the cords, roll them up, put them in a bundle here, close all the software out. We don't touch it. We don't touch it. And then when we come back in, sometimes some of the junk just doesn't work. I don't get it. Eventually we'll get this all down pat, and eventually I'll be listening. You'll be like, dang, remember back 4 years ago when these guys sucked at this.
This is getting super ridiculous.
Freedom, baby. Freedom, baby.
I'm really unsure.
Tonight's show is legitimately off the hinges. We are just out there today.
Quote, the President and the First Lady are kind of like the
I'm
mum and
hearing it.
dad of the country. And when your dad says something, you listen.
Yeah, the question is, are they hearing it?
Yeah.
I don't think they are.
No.
What is happening here?
That got it, Matt said.
They got it?
Whatever that was, whatever you played it the last time, and he said it was working.
Okay, sweet.
Yep, yeah, I hear it. We're what? You embarrassed? I don't understand. But now we have echo.
Wait, why were we in that?
Probably playing from his phone video all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's because we've got it playing through the computer over here too, so he'll have to turn that off. So that should stop.
That should fix it.
Okay. Now.
Okay. Now then. This is stupid. Okay? This whole thing is off the rails. And I don't like it.
We got babies coming in here.
We had a freedom baby.
Freedom babies breaking into things.
Okay, Cody.
Dogs
let's,
and cats living together.
We're not in the full screen.
Are we frozen?
No, we're not frozen. Well, we should be good.
Now, many of you wrote to me about Joe Biden.
Wait, maybe we are
So
frozen.
you've got to wonder where this will end. I refer to the leader of the free world, the President of the
What
United
is
States of
happening?
America. The American comedian Chris Rock once said, when Barack Obama was president, and I quote, the President and the First Lady are
Hey, as
kind
long
of
as you're still
like
getting audio
the
in
mum
real
and
time,
dad
I'm
of the
okay with
country.
this.
And when your dad says something, you listen. Unquote. Well, as Kyle Smith has written in the New York Post,
Yeah,
Joe
something's
Biden is the
not right.
granddad of the country.
All right, pause it.
And when you listen to granddad,
Son of a gun. Well, don't unplug the whole thing.
I just make sure from this trip that it's plugged in.
Just unplug and plug it back up. The camera. Mm-hmm.
The problem is, I don't know if YouTube is.
No, the YouTube is not lagging because it's switching.
Okay, we're good now.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Full screen that. Now let's go.
Now, many of you wrote to me about Joe Biden. Well, I've got to say, you've got to wonder where this will end. I refer to the leader of the free world, the President of the United States of America. The American comedian Chris Rock
This has literally been the most
said
annoying
when
night we've
Barack
had.
Obama was president, and I quote, "The president and the first lady are kind of like the mom and dad of the country. And when your dad says something, you listen." Unquote. Well, as Kyle Smith has written in the New York Post, Joe Biden is the granddad of the country. And when you listen to granddad, you sometimes wonder whether it's safe for him to be near a pair of scissors. Kyle Smith writes, "This bloke who looks like
That's the best.
he'd have trouble using Google Maps happens to be in charge of all the nukes." On the rare occasions when Biden's staff let him out of the day room to be seen on camera, pre-selected members of the press ask him the gentlest conceivable questions and then wind up cringing as Biden gives one unnerving display after the other. Now remember this, when he said he made it to the Senate 180 years ago and he was vice president for 10 years. Listen to this.
I made it a priority my entire career to work closely with you. From the time I got to the Senate 180 years ago.
Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin are watching these press conferences, laughing at their good fortune. Suddenly the world's greatest power is in the hands of a slightly dazed bloke who looks like he's always waking up from heavy anaesthesia. Remember the whispering episode? Like someone, as Kyle Smith writes, auditioning to play a stalker. Listen to this.
We're waiting for relief. I got them $1.9 trillion relief so far. They're going to be getting checks in the mail that are consequential this week for childcare. A lot has been happened already. Don't dismiss it at all. Just remind them, I wrote the bill.
I like touching little kids.
They smell
Why
good.
would I not be for it?
The disturbing thing here is the free world depends on the United States as the unfree world gains momentum. And the free world is run by a bloke who most probably couldn't find his way home after dark. Well, the Republicans are now about to strike. The Texas Republican Ronnie Jackson, and this is the reason I'm telling you this, the former White House physician for Donald Trump, he's now a Republican senator, has called on the Democrats to follow through with their prior demands regarding a president's cognitive ability and have President Joe Biden assessed. Now, you might recall the anti-Trump brigade 1 year into Trump's presidency, sought to undermine him by arguing about his mental aptitude. Things are different in America. Both Trump and Obama took what's called the Montreal Cognitive Assessment. It's a sort of a 30-point exam that tests for memory impairment. Both of them took their exams at the start of their second year in the Oval Office. When Donald Trump was president, the far left was screaming that anybody who was going to lead the country and be the commander-in-chief should take the test. Now, it's not an IQ test, just a standard test for age-related issues, including dementia and cognitive decline. The now Republican Texan Ronnie Jackson administered the test to Donald Trump. He was the White House physician, as I said. As Republican Jackson now argues rightly, a couple of days ago, of Biden, he says, I think he's demonstrating every single day that there's something going on. You don't need to be a physician to look at this behaviour and see that there is something of concern happening, unquote. It's clear there is no way Joe Biden would pass a test to determine his cognitive ability or memory impairment. After all, he said he came into the Senate 180 years ago and was vice president for 10 years. But As I've said many times, Biden's cognitive decline is a real concern. The greater concern is he would be replaced by the ideologically dangerous Kamala Harris.
So,
My name is
Stephen,
Embers.
old man dumb is not what. It's not what we're saying.
No, we're literally just saying like
What we're saying is that it's clear that he is on a cognitive decline. And it has nothing to do with his intelligence. It has everything to do with his ability to
govern.
lead the country in a significant way.
Right.
And at this point, I don't believe that he can.
I have to wonder sometimes if he's not really even, if he's just kind of reading the script. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, there was another video that I pulled up. Forgot to copy the link and put it in the repository, but there's a lot of people that are voicing this concern that Biden's not actually in charge. The problem is, to me,
No, Steven, that's what makes us look like libertarians. Like we're gonna talk bad about both of them. Like
well, yeah,
we're not standing up
I
for
mean,
Trump. We're
Donald
not
Trump
bad
was
about
an
both of them.
idiot.
Yeah, yeah. Donald Trump, he didn't know how to shut his dang mouth. Like that's what Shapiro said this week. Is like that's the reason he can't keep a freaking lawyer. Like he's suing the tech bros now, but
I think he's doing that for the right reasons.
Yeah, but he can't keep a freaking lawyer because he don't know how to keep his mouth shut.
And that's true. He can't, because the first thing you tell a client as a lawyer is
Shut your mouth.
just shut up.
Yeah.
Trump's not going to shut up. So it's not a matter of this being fine in any way. It's more of I have no faith that he's going to be able to withstand the pressure of being the president of the United States
Yeah, especially in the
for
condition,
4 years.
especially in the condition he inherited the country in, and the with the pandemic and all this stuff going on. Like, we needed somebody. We didn't need a make us feel good about our feelings and tell us we're good people and blah blah. No, we needed somebody that was going to take some reins and run.
And that's not Biden. That's never been Biden. 47 years in government, and he's done literally nothing except for be the vice president and now the president.
Right.
His crime bill that he's so proud of was meh. I mean, all it did was incarcerate a bunch of black people for minor drug offenses.
But if you don't vote for him, you ain't black.
Correct. You ain't black. So, Stephen, I see what you're saying about how is old man dumb any better than orange man bad.
But
Well, okay, so ambitious COVID goals. I'm sorry, but we were vaccinating 1 million people a day under Trump. At the end of the Trump presidency, there were 1 million vaccines being injected per day.
yeah, I feel like he inherited that whole situation.
He literally did nothing. Strong attempts
Unless-
at bipartisanship. What attempts?
Yeah, no.
Please inform me
Like-
of what.
That's one of those things where I feel like he says strong attempts at bipartisanship, but really, no, it's not there.
The only thing that he's tried to do bipartisan is I don't know, probably the infrastructure plan. Which, by the way, he lied to the Republicans to get them to sign off on. So, he's
It was
not
all
been
a joke.
bipartisan.
It was all a joke.
I don't see him being bipartisan at all. I see him failing to be bipartisan.
I don't think we've had a good actual bipartisan president in a very
our
long
lifetimes.
time. A very long time.
Yeah, it's not something that's easy to do.
No.
And that's part of the other problem is that you've got all these people that have been in government for so long, and all they're concerned with is maintaining that power.
Right.
You know, and at the end of the day, how are you going to be bipartisan when all you're concerned about is blaming the other side and keeping power?
Yeah, and that's another thing we keep talking here. You know, that can bring us to this whole thing where they're constantly bringing up January 6th and blaming the Republicans and blah, blah, blah. See, to me, that's not, no, you're not bipartisan.
No,
Because that was not Republican or Democrat. I mean, granted, yeah, most of them, yeah, they're all Republicans probably, but that issue of January 6th went deeper than political parties.
it absolutely went deeper than political parties. I just, I don't see bipartisan attempts from Biden.
I don't either. Which
At all.
I didn't see it from Trump either, though.
Well, no, not at all. I mean,
Matter of fact, he also would
But-
use
but
every
here's the
excuse he
thing.
could to blame Democrats for something.
but here's the thing. Biden has 50-50 split in the Senate. You have to be bipartisan to get anything that can't be done through budget reconciliation. You have to have 60 votes,
Right.
which means you got to figure out how to get 10 Republicans to actually sign off on this. And it's just not going to happen because the Republican Party that we have today doesn't want to cooperate with Democrats. You've got the outliers, but those are normally in the House of Representatives. They're the ones that are going to cooperate more often than the senators. There's only 50 senators. There's tons and tons of. I lost my train of thought because I'm reading the comments.
Yes.
So yeah, Jessica, the baby was like 15 minutes ago.
You missed the baby already.
Way past that. So
Well, yeah, I mean, the rioters all supported Trump.
it's not that Republicans. Okay, so it doesn't matter because there was already a commission for January 6th. We've talked about this. Like, there was a commission already. What they did was not insurrection, because if that was insurrection, they would have definitely been armed. And the armed insurrection, there were no guns found.
Right.
Show me the arms that they had. And I don't see it. I don't see it that way. I don't see it as an insurrection. I see it as a bunch of people got caught up in a moment and
Yeah.
it got way out of hand.
And let's also bring up the fact that who was it this week that said that January 6th was worse than 9/11?
I'm sorry.
What kind of pompous idiot do you have to be to say that January 6th was worse than 9/11?
I didn't catch that. Who said that?
Oh, let me look it up. Somebody said it.
Because I don't know anything about that one.
Oh, yeah. This is a big one. Oop, yeah. So let's see.
I don't see that. Anyway.
Yeah, it says right here, Joy Reid and network contributor Matthew Dowd agreed this week the riot in which one protester was shot and killed is probably worse than September 11th attacks in which 3,000 civilians were slaughtered in an act of political terrorism. Are we in the Twilight Zone? Are we in the Twilight Zone? No, first we got this, and now we got Joe Biden. We need to we need to go door to door and put needles in people's arms.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like I've already had something show up, and Stephen, no, they were not armed. That's been proven. Like it's not.
Like we're talking
up
about
for
like
debate.
at the Capitol,
there
not
were no
armed.
guns found.
Yeah, where the guns were found were in their car or back at the homes of these people that when they finally went and arrested them.
None of these people had firearms on them when January 6th occurred.
Right. Like on their person. Like I think there was one dude they found like bomb material in his car, and another guy that did find guns in his car. In the car, not on their person. But yeah, they these people, these talking heads on, was it MSNBC or one of these news stations, are saying that they think that January 6th was worse than 9/11. Like that is literally a spit in the face to all the people that died on 9/11 and their families.
Okay, so to Stephen's point, the federal charges against the alleged rioters shows that they did come armed and with a variety of weapons: stun guns, pepper spray, baseball bats, and flagpoles wielded as clubs. An additional suspect also allegedly planted pipe bombs by the headquarters of the Democratic and Republican parties the night before the riot and remains at large. So, to your point, maybe not so partisan. And to my point, when we say armed, we're not talking about stun guns and pepper spray and baseball bats. We're talking about guns.
Talking about guns.
I'm sorry.
Like
Sticks and stones do not do much against bullets.
Yeah, you're not going to overthrow the government with stun guns and bear spray.
So
you gonna get
F-16s and tanks and nukes.
Oh yeah, see, according to because like Joe Biden said, you got to have F-15s and nukes. This old man's going to kill our country.
So Steven says bear spray, stun guns, still weapons. Yes, they're weapons, but you're not going to overthrow the government with bear spray and stun guns. Like, ever. Also, terrorism against ourselves or terrorism or from another country,
completely different.
Completely different, because this was not terrorism. These people had political dissent.
Because if we're going to consider that terrorism, we need to consider all this BLM stuff going on as terrorism too.
Yeah, so if you don't consider Black Lives Matter protests or Antifa or any of that stuff terrorism, you can't consider the January 6th riot terrorism. You can't. Because they're not the same. The two... None of this equates. Like, none of it. And honestly, I'm so tired of hearing about January 6th and Trump.
Well, that's all they got left. That's all they got left.
It literally is all they have left. This is why we need term limits.
Definitely.
I can't say it enough. The whole reason we need term limits is what's happening right now. And there's no other way around it.
Yeah. Yeah, like it should be period across the board. You get 4 years and that's it. And people may be like, you're not going to get nothing done that way. Exactly.
Well, I mean, our system was designed to create gridlock anyway, which is why bipartisanship doesn't really work ever anyway.
Right.
So, I would say that because it's already been investigated, Stephen, they've already done this.
Well, I feel like the people that really have a head on their shoulders know it wasn't Antifa.
Well, no, we all know it wasn't Antifa.
Yeah, like only the hardcore Trump supporters that think Biden is really like a stunt double, and he like the anonymous, not the anonymous, the QAnon people are really about the only people I think
the plan.
That think it was
Joe.
Antifa.
Joe, trust the plan. Trust it.
No. At this point, anything past the government, if there's like IRS or any kind of government name in it, no, I just don't trust it no more.
Yeah,
Matt brings up that's another thing. See, Matt brings up another good point. No matter what happens, they're bad guys. Like, see, say tomorrow.
But here's my thing. If this was only about Trump, right? Why would you plant bombs at the Democrat and Republican headquarters? Why?
See,
Why
I guess
both?
that's why they could say it was Antifa. I don't know.
See, now that sounds like an Antifa move.
Yeah,
But I don't think it was Antifa.
I don't know.
I think it's just people are sick of the bullshit. Because I'm sick of the bullshit.
I
that's
think
for sure.
I think we're coming out. We were coming out of the quarantine junk, and just like the riots that went on during the summer, people were pent up and they had a lot of pent up anger, and they finally just let it out.
And that's true too.
I think I think that's a big part of it.
I think that was a big part of the Black Lives Matter protest too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think any of those people actually cared about racial equality. They just wanted to tear up some junk because they were pent up.
Well, for one, you can't claim to care about racial inequality
When you're burning down black
when you're
businesses.
burning down businesses in predominantly black areas that employ predominantly black people.
Yep.
When you're stealing TVs.
Like, what
It
cause
doesn't-
are you furthering by stealing a TV? Oh, well, I'm getting mine, man. I deserve that. No, you don't. No, you freaking don't.
Stephen, you've seen nothing because there was nothing to see. Like, we all knew what January 6th was, and it wasn't a terror attack, it wasn't an armed insurrection, it was people with political grievances marching on the Capitol that got carried away.
Yeah, they had a lot of pent-up anger that they just kind of let loose, man. Just like I said, just like the riots.
Let's see.
Just like the summer riots.
I'm gonna look.
At the end of the day, though, that's the excuse they keep using because the left keeps failing at everything, so they have to be like, well, because of Trump, blah blah blah, because of Trump, because of this, because of that, because of January 6th, my kid doesn't love me. You know, it's ridiculous. It's just like the right does. That's why we're libertarians, because the right. As soon as the right gets power, they're going to be like, oh, we couldn't do this because liberals. We couldn't do this because of liberals. We couldn't do this because of the left. We couldn't do this because of Democrats. It's all a cop-out. I agree, Steven. I agree with you on that one. Yeah. I feel like BLM started out with... I feel like the core BLM did start out with good intentions. And, I feel like they had, they really wanted justice and they really just wanted to be heard, but I feel like it evolved into something a lot different. Like, didn't one of the founding members, didn't she end up buying like something like $1 million house in the middle of a white neighborhood?
She bought like $3.4 million worth of real estate.
In the middle of like a white neighborhood?
In majority white neighborhoods, yes.
Which, I mean, obviously I'm not one of the, like, if you want to live in a white neighborhood, cool, man. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand, like, why would you do that? Like, why would you just, like, where'd you get all that money from? Obviously from donations,
I don't know. I can't say. Everything gets buried because of the news cycle being so short these days. Like, it's hard to find anything.
So, Steven, I want to just kind of think outside the box for a minute. if their senators were involved, what if it wasn't because they wanted to keep Trump in office? What if they did want to kick off the next it would probably end up being a civil war, not a revolutionary war, but
Found it.
what if they just wanted to kick that off? Because I sure enough thought it was going to happen that day. I sure enough thought that was going to be the start of some kind of major conflict within our own border.
So,
Which I can't say we don't need. We kind of do need it.
so there was a report on the January 6th stuff that was bipartisan. It was a Senate investigation. Like I said, the Senate has already done this. That's why the Republicans blocked it. It's already been done. Like, we know what happened. There's no need to investigate it further. It uncovered broad government, military, and law enforcement missteps before the violent attack, including a breakdown within multiple intelligence agencies and a lack of training and preparation from Capitol police officers who were quickly overwhelmed by the rioters. Here's the facts of this. They knew weeks in advance that this was happening.
Mm-hmm.
They chose not to do anything for weeks. Okay? So at the end of the day, it's the intelligence community and those guys' fault. Period.
Oh, yeah, I'd agree.
They let it get out of hand because they chose to ignore the fact that this was coming. That's all there is to it.
Well, because normally when you see groups on the right doing stuff, they usually don't do stuff like that. Like that was pretty.
Steven asked for a link, and I'd already closed that.
But also, Steven, if you want to talk about treason, it's like, I mean, technically, a lot of people probably looked at 1776 as treasonous. It all really depends on the narrative you're looking at, because, like I said, on one hand, yeah, we probably do need some sort of action in this country. On the other hand, what are we bypassing to, attain that? Are we going to, like that day they were voting on, they were validating the votes, right?
Yeah, they were confirming the results of the election.
That is part of our democracy.
And that's the other thing, like, even with all these audits that are going on, like the Maricopa County audit, you can't overturn the results of the election
No.
now.
No.
It's too late.
Right.
It's already been certified. Now, what I find interesting is that if they do find out that there was a lot of fraud, what do you do? Like what happens to the Biden presidency?
Yeah.
I want to know.
Well, see, and that's one thing I think they want to get away from it, because if something was to come out that shows, hey, he actually wasn't supposed to be president, bro, like, can you imagine?
Oh,
I can't even imagine. Like what's going to happen, because the country is just, I don't know. Like, I have a feeling the country just rip itself apart after that.
Well, like at that point, you can't keep Biden there because the way it's drawn, he won, right?
Yeah,
Which
technically.
means part number two is that Trump lost, so you can't give it back to him, even if he lost by false consequences. So then, does that mean 1 and 2 are disqualified? Third place comes in?
No.
No, they would probably end up unseating him and Kamala Harris and putting Nancy Pelosi in charge. So we're screwed either way. There's no good that comes out of that. Like, nothing. There's nothing good that comes out of it.
There's literally nothing good that comes out of any of this. And that's the problem. See, I'm hearing...
Yeah, Stephen. Oh, yeah, that's what we just said. Like what they did on January 6th is not democracy. We don't agree with what they did.
No, not at all. Like, I think it was stupid. But at the same time, like, you can't call it an insurrection when it was just a riot.
Like, let's put it this way: if every one of those people showed up that day with the idea of overthrowing the government that day, did not care about the guns, we would not probably be talking on this show right now. We would probably all be out in the woods somewhere.
Probably. Yeah.
Just to be completely honest, like things I think today would be looking a lot different than it did.
Stephen, I'm seeing other things not being reported on by the mainstream media, obviously, that show completely different story. I've seen like 17.5% discrepancy between the ballots that they've counted now and what the vote count was on election day and the days after in Maricopa County. So, I mean, it really just depends on which information's accurate. It's easy for the media to spin it as Trump corruption, and I'm not completely up to date on it.
Yeah, I
just know.
I don't look too much into it. 'Cause honestly, this is a subject that I literally just don't care.
Yeah,
to even-
well, it matters to me as far as the integrity of our elections go.
that matters. But I'm saying this whole January 6th thing, investigating. Honestly, at this point, dude, like if they just said, you know what, we're just not even gonna bother with it no more, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah,
If
I'm
they-
fine with the January 6th stuff just being swept under the rug for right now because I'm honestly tired of hearing all sides either.
I feel at this point we have bigger fish to fry.
We have way bigger fish to fry, which brings me to the other link that I posted in the link repository, the one right under the Biden one, that one. Just make sure to mute that. Look at him; he's so fast.
Our little Jamie's growing up.
So, bigger fish to fry. There are analysts that say China is gearing up for pretty much war.
China's coming for us, bro. I'm
I
telling you.
I don't think necessarily that they're coming for us.
Who else are they coming for? Who else do they want? Nobody. They want us.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong, but at the same time, like, they've got some small places that they want to take over first. So what they're doing is they're about to spark World War III. That's what's happening. But Cody, you can go ahead and get that up there. You're good.
Welcome back. It was an enormous celebration in Tiananmen Square this week, marking the 100th anniversary of the founding of the Chinese Communist Party. Amid growing tensions with the United States, President Xi Jinping gave a rousing speech warning that China will not allow, quote, sanctimonious preaching or bullying from foreign countries, saying this, quote, anyone who dares try to do that will have their heads bashed bloody against the Great Wall of Steel forged by over 1.4 billion Chinese people. Wow. Joining me right now is China expert and the author of China's Vision of Victory, Dr. Jonathan Ward. And Jonathan, it's great to have you this weekend. Your book laid all of this out, China's Vision of Victory. Give us your takeaways from the Xi Jinping speech and this celebration around 100 years of rule.
Yesterday was about the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. That was the catchphrase that they're using throughout the entire thing. He's making it absolutely clear that the central mission of the Communist Party of China is the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. And what that means is for China to become ultimately the dominant force on the planet. And the way that they see this, and this is where some of the language is incredibly interesting. They talk about the Opium Wars. During the Opium Wars in the 1840s, our civilization was, became dust. Our people were humiliated. Our country was humiliated. Now we will never suffer that again. The new China has been built, and all the symbolism that he's using. I mean, he's standing there in Tiananmen Square where Mao Zedong founded the People's Republic of China and said that the Chinese people have stood up. And here's Xi Jinping again, wearing the same kind of clothing that Mao wears in the same location, saying also the Chinese people have stood up. And then he goes on, as you pointed out, to use this quote, which really was actually scrubbed in the official Xinhua translation. But the Chinese language says that the Chinese people will in no way allow foreigners to come in and bully us. Whoever vainly hopes to do this will bloodily break their heads on a steel great wall built of the flesh and blood of 1.4 billion Chinese people. So these are the real sort of, visceral sort of rhetoric that the party uses with its population on a very regular basis. And the other thing is we like to have this image that the Communist Party is somehow separate, that it's just oppressive, that people really want it out of there. That's not true. In fact, many of these ideas are very popular in China. There's a huge, sort of persistent nationalism that goes on there. And the party itself is making the case to the Chinese people that they can do this.
Jonathan, the whole world should worry about a communist nation being the dominant superpower. What does the United States need to do to slow this progress down? We're talking a lot about investing in Chinese companies and whether or not there is a ban in place. So far, any policy out of the Biden administration has had no teeth in terms of really effectively pushing back on the CCP. What does the U.S. need to do?
Well, we need to get our bankers out of China. Let's start with that. I mean, as you said, people should worry about China's ascendancy. They should worry about the crimes against humanity that are taking place in Xinjiang. They should worry about the military buildup and the intention to take over Taiwan. And the fact that Xi Jinping, at the end of the day, when you listen to this speech, this is a man who's preparing his nation for war. That's what this is. And they've been doing that for a long time, for war with us, for war with their neighbors. And yet, if you're Larry Fink, you're going into China. If you're Jamie Dimon, you're in China. You all want to be in China. The first thing the United States could do is get our own house in order and stop funding the rise of our adversary and the conversion of China's economic power into military power. I mean, that was another key point in this speech. The real problem in America is that America is sort of talking out of two sides of its mouth. On one hand, we have policy in D.C. from both administrations that have tried to form a new strategy towards China. And yet, on the other hand, look at the Greenwich Economic Forum. I mean, it's going to host a bunch of Communist Party officials and promote U.S. investment into China and vice versa.
Wow.
So we're not really playing a coherent game here. We're not coherent on China as a country, even if we're bipartisan in Washington. That's our biggest problem. And as soon as you stop that, as soon as we get Wall Street to reinvest in the United States and stop investing in China, then we can start thinking about winning this game. Until then, we're not there.
So it's about money, Jonathan. It's just about money then for those bankers. I mean, look, are they not recognizing the national security risks?
I would say that Wall Street has got a very detrimental approach to this because they can make money very simply off the rise of China. Is that good for America? Well, let's look at Xi Jinping's speech.
It's a great point. Jonathan Ward, good to have you. Thanks very much for joining us.
So, yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Every time you drive by an empty or abandoned mall, start visualizing King Kong.
And
I would say that China may be something to worry about, too.
well, yeah, China has always been somebody to worry about.
They have a lot of people.
But a couple of years back, Biden said a rise in China is good for the world. I beg to differ.
Yeah.
I don't think a rise in China is good for the world. I think that a rise in China is extremely bad for the world, as is evidenced by the COVID outbreak.
Yes.
Which, again, looks more and more like a lab leak.
Yeah, it's starting to look more and more like a lab leak.
That also looks like it was potentially a Chinese bioweapon that they were in development of a vaccine for. So, this is a huge problem.
Okay, so this is from the New York Times, right? I heard about this on another podcast I was listening to called The Order of Man, about how, in America, we're kind of starting to dumb down men and boys, right? We're kind of starting to, for lack of a better word, pussify men and boys.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like the idea of masculinity in this country and men being tough and rugged and, men. So, this is from the New York Times. Like I said, I heard about this from that that podcast. This was from February. A masculinity crisis. China says the boys are not all right. The education ministry plans to beef up gym classes after a top official said female teachers in pop culture had made boys weak, inferior, and timid. Another sign that China is getting ready for war.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, that part which I'd be ready for, that was my put in there. That was not the New York Times post. Yeah, the government officials in China believe that boys are getting more, what the word is, effeminate. So basically more feminine.
Yeah.
And want to toughen them up. But see, in this country, we are more focused on feminizing boys and making them softer and more caring. And even though men are caring individuals, they just are not. We have a lot of bad men in this country. We have a father epidemic, a lack of a father epidemic. We have a lack of men being men epidemic. We are more concerned with putting the LGBTQ people, which, by the way, if that's the way you want to live, that's freaking way you want to live, but quit freaking forcing it on everybody else. Like, nobody wants to hear your junk. Like, only the people that want to hear your junk, let go talk to them about your junk. Just like, if you think my gun talk is junk, guess what? I'm just going to talk to the people that want to hear my junk. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, we don't want to freaking hear, like, I don't want to hear your junk. I don't care. If you want to be gay, go be gay. But if you come over to my son and tell him he should try being gay, I'm going to punch you in the face.
It's fair enough.
And if you say, well, that's a violation of my NAP. No, because my son is part of my bubble because I'm a parent.
Well, so the thing is that like you said, if you want to be gay, be gay. I don't care. Like, I literally have more important things to worry about than your sexuality.
Right. And I feel like our country as a whole has more important things to worry about than whether some person wants to be a woman, like a man wants to be a woman or a woman wants to be a man. Like, we are way over-sexualized right now.
Oh,
and
yeah,
we
for
need
sure.
to quit. It is stupid. This whole situation is just stupid. We are more focused on what color we are and what gender we are than the fact that China is about to come shove a rocket up our rear end. Like, would you much rather risk your well-being than to, like, just throw away this whole, like, just freaking leave it alone. Like, if you want to go be a man boy somewhere, go be a man boy. Like, nobody cares. Literally nobody cares.
You mean a lady boy?
Lady, whatever.
You said man boy.
Well, you know, whatever.
The word you were looking for was lady boy.
Whatever. But it's just getting on my freaking nerves, man. China's getting ready for war.
They are. And the sad fact of the matter is that if they do decide to go to war, they're way outnumbered by the Allied forces.
If the Allies...
they would jump in on this. There's no question that if China decided to go to war with the United States, that we'd have at least Britain, France, probably Australia, Germany,
Israel.
Here's a twister right here, though. What if Joe Biden says, well, China, you know, we do owe you a lot of money. How about we just kind of... We'll give you a couple of states, you know. We'll give you Alabama and Georgia and all the racist states because we don't like them. There's the twist there, you know. Like, what if he does try to, you know?
He doesn't have the authority to do that.
No, he don't. But he also don't have an authority to send people door to door telling people they need to get vaccinated either.
No,
that's against HIPAA regulations.
No, it's only against HIPAA regulations if
they access information to see who's actually
if they're giving your information to parties who shouldn't have it, like your actual medical records. If they're just giving you a list that says, hey, this person hasn't been vaccinated, that's not a HIPAA violation. My understanding of...
That's not what Shapiro said this week. He said it was a HIPAA violation.
Well...
He said that they're not even, the government is not even supposed to know if you're vaccinated or not.
Oh, well.
Because your medical records are private.
Therein lies another problem. I mean, the whole point of what we do here is that All of this is severe government overreach, right?
Well, and it's really what it's getting into eventually. It's just, I'm telling you, man, I'm writing a book about it. It's going to be nonfiction, of course, but, or
Fiction.
fiction. It's going to be active fiction. I'm serious. Eventually businesses and government and all this stuff is going to be one big gray thing. Like, obviously, you'll have your mom and pop places, but major industries and stuff, it's all just going to be gray. You're not going to know who's controlling what.
You already don't know.
It's getting there. That's what I'm saying.
It's been there for years.
We're getting there, man.
I don't know. So you got China prepping for war, by all accounts. That's what it looks like he's doing. And I don't know.
And you just have the United States over here twirling our thumbs, being like, "Mommy, I think I don't need my wee-wee anymore."
There is that.
How much wine
You
have
just
you
throwing
had?
me off today,
I'm sorry.
Joe.
I've just been so aggravated about this
Like,
issue.
the whole thing, this whole night has just been one disaster after another. And honestly,
How long have we been streaming now?
it's disgraceful.
How long have we been streaming?
Come on, an hour and a half.
And probably about 45 minutes of that was all technical stuff.
Probably closer to like 15, 20 minutes of it. Regardless, I mean, we're going to run long tonight. That's a simple fact of the matter. We've been away for 2 weeks.
So one thing I saw this week was people coming out and I guess Campus Reform or whatever went out and interviewed some kids and asked them if they were proud to be American. Justin, are you proud to be American?
Damn right I am.
Cody, are you proud to be American? Fair enough.
Solid answer.
Okay, so here's my answer. And before anybody says anything, shut up and listen to what I gotta say. I'm not proud to be an American. You know why? Because me being an American is nothing that I have done. I have not done that. I did not become. Nothing I've done
You were
has made me
born.
American. I was born. I am thankful to be an American because nothing I have done has made me an American.
Touche.
All right.
But I think pride and thankfulness kind of go hand in hand.
Well, I just want. I'm the technical kind of guy, so
Well,
I'm
you know.
thankful to be American.
We are blessed to be Americans.
Yeah, very much so. But before anybody decides to send the freedom dogs after me, like, no, we're good. Like, I'm thankful to be an American.
We're missing somebody tonight.
Probst.
Probst.
Yep, Probst ain't here. Oh well. He may be in there. He may just be listening. Maybe sticking quiet. Who knows?
Oh, he's in Discord. Maybe.
I don't know because
Is he in the Discord, Cody?
Yeah, he's on the Discord.
But is he in the room?
No.
No. Oh well, that'd be alright.
But
It's probably good that he's missing out on this disaster of a show.
yeah, probably because it has been a shit show. In more ways than one. So but honestly, we got out of the swing of things and things just didn't want to work the way they were supposed to work.
I don't know
and
why.
Yeah.
Man.
You supposed to talk about the troop withdrawal? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, sure, bro.
withdrawing the troops from Afghanistan.
Oh yeah. So
First off, as a libertarian,
this is a good move.
I don't believe that we should be in Afghanistan. I don't think we should have ever went over there. The problem is that we did,
Yes.
And we stayed.
and now we're about to hand it back to the Taliban.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of stuck between Iraq and Joe Biden's dumbass.
So pretty much what I think we did was just wasted a lot of freaking money in people's lives. That's what we did.
Yeah, that's exactly what we
At the
did.
end of the day, that's what we did. Wasted a lot of money in lives.
But the thing is when the Taliban overruns the place, we're going to have to go back.
Oh.
And that's
But
going to be more.
When we go back though, you know when it'll be is during a Republican, and then they'll be like, "Oh, well, Republicans putting us back in the war." Damn Republicans.
Damn Democrats pulled us out before we should have.
Yeah. Yeah, and like that's kind of the way I feel about it. Is
Okay.
we shouldn't have been over there to begin
Okay.
with.
Let's
but
put it this way.
also, we should leave, but I'm not sure if we should leave yet. I don't know. It's just
So
a gray area.
this is like trying to pull out after you've climaxed.
Oh my
okay?
God! No.
Like that's what this is.
No, I don't want to go.
You've already made the baby. It's a little too late to pull out now.
Might as well just keep warring.
Might as well.
That's one way to describe what's going on in the country.
I mean, am I wrong though?
But really, though, we shouldn't have let politics really interfere with the war effort. Though we should have. What we should have done is freaking went in there, kicked butt, killed people, and then been like, okay, it's your job to put your country back together now. We'll give you a little bit of money to do it. Bye.
But that's kind of what we train them to do. The problem is that
They're idiots.
they're not going to be able to do it.
They're idiots. They're cowards. A lot of them are cowards.
Well,
A lot of them
and so
are-
I wouldn't say that they're cowards. I think that they're so unaccustomed to freedom, even though they've been handed 20 years of relative peace compared to what they used to do. You know, they're so. It's not in their culture to be free the way that Americans are free.
Well, and and that's really what people have said about the whole Gaddafi thing, and really what was his name that they hung under George Bush?
Saddam.
Yeah. So you didn't really hear about a lot of these terrorist groups popping up along the Middle East and causing a lot of issues because these dictators, while yes they did hurt their people, I feel like they also kind of whipped the dog when it got out too active.
That's true, and
it's kind of like it's a double-edged
all of
sword.
it.
Yeah,
It's
a
just
double-edged
all
sword.
of it is just bullshit.
Yeah,
at this
it's a
point,
double-edged sword.
there's no reason for us to be in Afghanistan. There's no reason for us to have went to Iraq. Not my backyard, not my problem. Okay.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it. It's not my backyard. I don't give a shit. Let them kill each other.
If you want to turn your country into just a massive pit, that's on you, bro.
I mean, if anything,
you don't want to wipe your butt with toilet paper. You just want to wipe it with your hand. I mean, that's on you.
Let's just go over to the Middle East and drop like 50 SAR bombas.
Well, then you are killing a bunch
Problem
of innocent
solved.
people. But you're killing a bunch of innocent people.
I know, but the problem is that it's already like that. You're already killing a bunch of innocent civilians.
Yeah.
I mean, those countries have been in war for like
Thousands
longer
of people.
than our country's been a country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Way longer than Joe Biden claims to have been a senator.
Oh.
Cold-blooded.
I got to.
Come on, man.
Go to the button. Come on, man.
What's fun? Oh.
Come on, man. You don't know what the button. You know the thing.
Go, you know the thing.
Yeah, thanks.
You should have never gave me this. I'm terrible.
No, should have never given that to Cody.
I told you that when you gave it to me. This was a bad
Push
idea.
the pad back over to you next week.
Yep, that's fine. I accept this. I
But
accept the
Cody's
mantle
good at
of
pulling up videos and
responsibility.
doing all that good stuff, though.
Yeah,
I
Cody
can
serves
you know what? I'm
a
actually-
good purpose.
That's things. It's This is at 1%.
Oh, fantastic.
1%.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to be without buttons for the rest of the show. Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. Next time, charge the iPad.
You can hand it to me. I can plug it up over here.
I mean, I can pull it up on my phone.
Disgraceful.
Thank you.
Hey, I have not been home today. Give me the cord.
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
This is not the same. You're going to have to...
That is an iPhone cord.
So you're going to have to change profiles on the stream deck?
Hold on, man. Hold on. I got this.
There's no. There it is. I got it. Found it. I think.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. You pull it out of there.
Oh, my God.
What?
This is a freaking disaster.
Technology. I was going to use a laptop that doesn't charge things. To charge the thing. Guys, so it doesn't. It's not a real thing. Doesn't work.
Okay, we're good.
Somehow we managed to have 20,000 different pieces of electronics, and nobody has a phone charger.
Okay, we're good.
False.
I'm controlling the pad the rest of the time.
Oh, God.
Wait, you have a phone charger?
Make sure it works.
With a cable that'll charge that?
Yeah, it's charging.
No, make sure the buttons work.
Oh. See.
Yeah, okay, they work.
Yeah.
Maybe you get to control the thing. Maybe we just do that.
Maybe.
I'm good with that.
I mean, I'm good with it too, because honestly, it's a lot of things to do.
And I'm just kind of sitting here.
Yeah.
That's true. You
Well,
sit
I
there
mean-
more than I sit there. They just get to see you sit there.
The thing is like when I do the rundowns and stuff, like this episode is not going on the streaming services like at all because this is a disaster.
So Chris says having Cody in charge of buttons is like not having buttons at all.
You know what? He's not wrong.
That's moderately accurate.
It's completely accurate.
It's okay, Chris. I'm still better at Call of Duty than you.
But,
Oh,
you know,
that one hit hard right there.
Hit him right in the feels.
so
Matt, yeah, you do make a good point there. You do make a good point.
yeah, I mean he does make a good point. I don't know. I'm kind of at the point now where I'm over all of it.
I'm over all this period. I'm telling you, I don't know if you saw my Facebook status this week, but
Oh, I'm sure I did. I get notified every time you post
we
anything.
need to buy us a large plot of land, a very large plot of land, and build us a little village on it. But we have to tell our children that monsters live in the woods and that they can't go out there.
Listen, I'm gonna need you to calm down, M. Night Shyamalan, okay? Because that shit ain't happening.
First of all, I don't think your daughter would buy it. Your daughter would be like, I'm going to play with these monsters. We're going out there.
My daughter would be like, monsters? Where?
I want to hug it.
Can I hug it? Can I squeeze it? Can I call it George?
George.
If you didn't get that reference, you're too young to be listening to this show.
Agreed.
I'm not quite sure I got it.
Joe.
I will love him and squeeze him
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
hug
yeah,
him
yeah,
and
yeah.
call him George. Yeah.
You better not eat all my salsa.
No,
I literally
shut your
I
mouth.
paid extra for that.
I asked you if you wanted any. You said no.
Boom.
If you drank that whole cup of salsa.
There's still salsa. I can see it.
Okay, we're good.
It's right there.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Anyway.
I did eat the whole bag of chips, though.
Can you eat a whole bag of chips? That's okay.
I mean, there's like 5.
That's okay.
I can eat 'em
Anywho.
with the salsa.
So, I think that the removal of the troops from Afghanistan is a terrible idea. At this point.
At this point, I would say yeah, probably, because I feel like. Oh, and speaking of, did you see where was it Jin Ball Psaki? I like to call her that, Jin Ball Psaki.
Jin
But
doesn't know what the fuck is going on, Saki.
But did you see where she said, "Oh no, we're not going to call it what is it job done or whatever."
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. We're not going to call it a mission accomplished because basically we've been over there forever. It's because they know we didn't accomplish anything other than killing Osama bin Laden. Which really, if you really think about it, was just us, killing the guy that could have talked. Because he probably would have come up and been like, yeah, they trained me and they did all this and they did that and the other and that's the reason we're here. And
This thing has been.
are you alright over there?
All day.
Are you okay?
Will be.
I'm sure they can hear that.
I'm just trying to get everything to where I'm not struggling, okay? Because this is. I've been on the struggle bus with this all night.
So, okay, so that thing's turning. So see, there's a little this part right here. Turn. There's a little
One, be quiet.
Not that one.
For another,
That one.
yeah, be quiet. I'm trying to get it set so that. Oh, shit. It's just
On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
You need a pill. You need a pill to fix that.
this thing to stop spinning.
You need a pill to fix that.
Justin continues to fight with his mic.
Yeah, you like Joe. You like
Super
the.
Saiyan level
You're
7.
like the Joe Biden of microphones.
That somehow Curly died.
Krillin always dies, man. It's freaking disgusting. Krillin's always dying and shit. Why are we talking about Dragon Ball Z? Don't mind me, guys. I'm just trying to,
Get it up.
listen. Here's the deal, okay? Let me channel my inner Joe Biden for a second. Here's the deal.
I have never seen anybody talking to a microphone sideways like that.
Well, for one, this is not working the way that I wanted it to work. And for another, I give up.
Just hold it in your hand.
Okay, why is that not staying tight? That's the whole problem that I'm having here.
You need me to help you?
I need you to stay on your side of the damn table. That's what I need. Stupid. Anyway.
Is it at least facing the right direction?
Yes, it's facing the right direction. Shut up. So.
What was that?
First off, that was rude.
Oh, I thought that came out of nowhere. I'm like,
Aliens.
Second off, I am tired.
I'm tired too.
And I'm delirious.
Right.
I drove to Nashville and back today. And honestly, you know what? This has been more of just a less bullshit than anything episode. Because, we haven't seen each other.
Yeah, we're catching up.
It's been fun, though.
It's been a blast.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
Except for it fucking sucked. The whole time.
It'll be alright.
Alright, so he got Brewski's next time because he dropped the F-bomb.
That's the second time I've dropped it today.
Gotta bring him twice. This is amazing.
That's not a rule. That's never been a rule.
Yeah, it is. It's a rule. It's a rule because I just made it.
AKA Cody don't have the money to bring the Brewskis.
Nobody cares about your rules.
You sit on a throne of lies.
I do not.
I mean, you might.
Anyway, so
You're wearing a Flash shirt and you're not
I
Flash.
apologize to everybody that watched tonight because it was just
terrible.
Bad. It's been bad.
Tonight's show was a disaster.
For one, I had an 8-year-old at my house all week. I didn't get to show prep for shit.
I didn't show prep
another-
at all.
Well, you never show prep anymore, and it's freaking annoying.
Hey, I'm busy. It's like I am in peak season right now.
And for one, it's been raining so much, you should have plenty of time to show prep.
Actually, I'm mowed in the rain. Yeah, yes.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
Hey, you gotta get it done, man. Better than being behind.
I would like to get some input on our new the countdown timer.
Yeah, if anybody saw that, just
Well, they didn't see it on this one.
Well, here, I'll
but-
I'll just put it up there.
Yeah, just put it up there. It's gonna mute us.
Okay. Slam.
All right. Get it back to us. I want to see if it's laggy. Yeah, it's laggy on the stream too.
It's okay.
But you know what? It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be
So,
alright.
I mean, if you saw those, let us know what you think of them. I worked hard on them.
Did good. I'm proud of him.
Worked real hard.
Would have been a lot better if everything would have worked right.
Shut up, Cody.
And you can't blame me today.
I will
I'll
always
still blame
blame you.
Ex-tech guy.
Anyway, I don't even feel like talking about stonky things tonight.
Oh, thank God.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So we're going to be... All right, yeah, cool. Do it. Do the thing then for stalking
What?
things.
What thing?
The thing.
We're not done here.
Well, where are we going to be at? Cody,
What?
where are we going to be at?
What are you talking about?
I mean, we're at 147 now. So we'd be at under 2.
Okay, listen. Unless anybody has some things that they want to talk about, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done too.
Because this week was a shit show. In more ways than one.
Yeah, this was terrible.
It was bad. This was like week 1 again.
We even had like decent things to talk about.
Yeah,
Dude.
we did. We're going to have to cover a lot of this stuff again. Because we're just, for one, we're frustrated by the technical difficulties that we had. And for another, we're just tired.
Yeah. Been a busy week.
It has.
Yeah,
Quit
a long
yawning.
week.
Ugh.
Don't do that shit.
Oh.
Okay, for one, that sounds like a sex noise. For another, no. I'm at a loss this week.
I'm tired, man.
I'm just tired. Mainly tired of people being ugly to each other.
I'm mainly just tired of people not understanding anything.
It's kind of
Well,
the
I
same
mean,
thing
you know,
that guy said.
Leftists are dumb.
Like, I'm so
Extreme right-wingers
tired
are
of it.
dumb.
And like people coming onto our live and being like, we're gonna poke fun, blah, because I'm a liberal.
Well, you know, whatever. We're going to have to deal with that. That's going to start happening.
Yeah, but the fact we know that person.
Because honestly, I mean, we have 22 subscribers now.
Really?
Yeah.
We have 20 subscribers?
Yes. There are 22 subscribers.
Son of a gun. So obviously somebody likes what we're saying.
So, I mean, it's going to get bigger. And, you know, honestly.
Just don't let them listen to this episode.
Yeah, this episode, we're not going to just delete this one. This has been bad. But at the same time, you know, like, you're going to get good and bad with us. Like, none of this is scripted.
It's not scripted.
We
We
just
don't get paid to do this.
sit out here and go. Like,
Not yet, anyway.
not yet. And the thing is like, I don't care if we never get paid for it.
No,
I
just
enjoy
like,
doing it.
Yeah, I just like showing up on Saturday evening and just doing this.
Yeah, having a couple of drinks,
And just talking, man.
Just-
It's fun.
just shooting the shit about freedom things.
I like it.
I do too. So yeah, I mean, we need to figure out how to get some.
We need to, yeah. So Chris, get with Cody.
Good with me.
And
I got this.
Yeah, we need.
We should get some Roundtable Brewhouse ones made too.
That is a good point.
But get with
Oh,
Cody,
yeah.
and we would like to get this where we can sell these. And obviously, you know, we want to give you commission off of this. So,
Well, you know.
yeah.
So anyway, I don't have anything else, and we're just
I got nothing else.
we're just sitting here
We're
at
just
this
laughing
point,
now.
and I'm tired. And I want to go home and sit with my dog.
And reflect on your life decisions.
Reflect on the fact that my daughter is not here anymore.
Rest.
Correct. Yes. Also want to watch Forged in Fire because I found new episodes on Hulu.
Forge and Fire?
Yeah.
What you need to do is come to my house and we can live Forge and Fire because I have an anvil and a forge.
Listen,
And hammers.
I know you do, and I'm down.
All you gotta
What
do
we
is
need to do is we need to get some plywood to make us a podcast desk.
We do need to do that.
However,
However,
you can forge in the podcast.
no. I've got a new idea. I've got a new idea.
What?
Think about getting one of those, those round like spools, the big wooden spools.
Uh-huh.
I can make that into a table. That'd be an excellent podcast.
Did you
table.
just try to describe a material with the color brown?
Racist!
He said, it's one of those big metal, not tin, metal,
I said
brown.
I said round, not brown.
No, you said brown, and then you said brown. And then you were like, brown, wood. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, those big wooden spools, they put wire and stuff on. That'd make an excellent podcast table. Like, obviously not just leave it as a big spool looking thing, but actually make it look like a table.
Well, yeah, so what we could do is we could get, like, 2 of those. To get it up high enough?
No, I'm talking about the big spools.
Oh, well, the big spools, good luck finding one.
There's one right down the road.
Can you take the one right down the road?
Not legally.
Well, there you go.
I mean, there's nothing that says that it's not for free.
But also,
So
we found those plans, and we can just,
possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yeah, we could
we
make
just
it work.
do that.
We're gonna make it
It
work.
won't take that
Have you
much money
seen the
anymore.
price of lumber?
It's going down.
Yeah, but not as fast as it went up.
Yeah, well, we're not talking
Like
about
gas.
We're not talking about doing it tomorrow.
Alright, whatever.
Anyway,
I
we've
guess all
wasted
I-
enough
yep,
time
That's
here.
all I got. Cody, you got anything?
Home.
Home.
Yeah, I think we're all ready just to go to bed.
Need like 1,700 ibuprofens.
I'm definitely deleting this episode, by the way.
No, man.
Yeah.
I'm bad.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to. I'm going to leave it up for like a week, and then I'm going to be like, bye.
Keep it on like some main file somewhere and delete it off YouTube.
I'll
Because
download the audio, but that's it.
there's at some point where we're going to be doing something and be like, you remember that time?
Remember that time when we really sucked like, really bad?
That's,
We gotta
and
be able to
somebody's
look
going to be
back
here
on it
we're
and be
like,
like,
no,
look
no,
how
I
bad
don't.
it
Here,
sucks.
listen to this one.
Well, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
I got nothing.
As always, fellas,
Tally
tally ho, lads.